Welcome to humanity. This is our one.
Whatever it takes, we got to stop. Whatever it takes is what it took.
This is Brock Lesnar, and you're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Yo, hi, this is Sugar Ray Leonard, and you listen to Fight Net Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to listen to Fight Net Radio.
Me, Harvey Oswald, what's your name? How am I supposed to know you?
This is Frank Shamrock. You're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Hi, this is Tia, the Knockout St. John. You're listening to Fight Net Radio, and there's no way I would ever touch Lee.
This is Chuck Jackson.
I am Stephen Bonner, and you're listening to Fight Net
Dan
Radio.
Henderson, you're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Everybody, welcome to Fight Net Radio, where Lee's burning every bridge there is out there. All right.
Hi, this is Manny Pacquiao. I'll fight anybody on FightNetRadio.com.
Hi, welcome to Fight Net Radio. You're talking boxing. It is Wednesday, June 3rd. God knows, hopefully you're listening to it on June 3rd or June 4th or whatever day it is for you. Lee Honish, Guillermo Jimenez, Andrew Labouche, talking about boxing and the lack of news and the too much news about Amir Khan. This past weekend, PBC brought us Amir Khan. And apparently Amir Khan would like the world to know that he is a beast because he fought Chris Algieri.
The world knows something, but it's definitely not Amir Khan was a beast.
Well, in Amir Khan's mind, he's a beast, Andrew.
Right.
And that's all that matters. It is the mind of Amir Khan that I am most fascinated with.
Yeah, that's just sports today, Lee. Look, you got Dwight Howard saying he's a champion even though he's not a champion. He's still a champion. That's just sports, buddy.
I'm a champion.
Right? I'm a champion.
Well, what I learned by watching the Algieri-Amir Khan fight, Chris Algieri sucks. His win was a fluke. Chris will never be a champion. This whole delusional sales pitch by the PBC, HBO, and anybody else who gets their hands on Chris Algieri is that he is this magical special creature who's been a winner at every level. And he's the manager of his local GNC store, and he lives with his parents, and he made $1 million.
Hold on, he doesn't live there anymore, does he?
If he's smart, he does. I mean, I got to be perfectly honest. I mean, Chris should be living at home and saving every penny, because if he believes that he is this awesomely genetically crafted, engineered person, I don't want to be him. Got to be honest. I don't want to be Chris Algieri. I'd rather cheat and do steroids and HGH and cycle on and off. You know why? Because those guys seem to win. The juicers, the deflators, they're winners. Chris Algieri, all natural, cut from head to toe, he's a loser. And
hey, you know, do you remember you remember Chris Algieri making his own breakfast at the Venetian?
Yes. Well, because he has his specially non-modified, gluten-enhanced,
All the science in the world, Lee.
I'm sure that would I say billion-dollar company would be able to figure out that recipe?
Here's my final assessment of Chris Algieri. We're probably going to have to see him fight one or two more times.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Lee, Luis Collazo is fighting on PBC. Headliner. Who's he fighting against? Oh, yeah, Keith Thurman. What? Believe me, we're going to see Chris Algieri many more times.
Hey, but listen, wasn't it still an exciting fight? That's the sad part. Because
maybe I should be a good announcer and say, oh, Amir Khan, Jan, beat Chris Algieri in what was an entertaining-ish fight. But it shouldn't have been that competitive. Like, it shouldn't have been competitive.
No, right. But that's like the sad part about it, because we want it to be more exciting for more viewers, for more fans to jump on board. That was an exciting fight for me, at least. But the problem was, it shouldn't have been. It should have been a clear-cut Amir Khan is supposed to knock this guy out.
Ugly.
Show the world, you know what I mean, that he maybe does deserve a shot at Mayweather, or at least convince somebody.
He did, Will.
But wait, that's the problem with the PBC. But that's the problem with the PBC, right?
He went to war.
No, but that's the problem. That's ultimately the problem with the PBC. Every guy that we've tuned in to see who should be annihilating their guys are not annihilating their guys. They're caught up in the money. They're caught up in the hype. They're caught up in the show. They're caught up in the video. They're caught up in their solo ring walk. They're caught up in all of it. And you know what? Maybe a couple of guys have actually delivered in the ring. If this was pro wrestling, you'd stop watching it because it makes no sense. If it was the UFC, they'd go out of business. But because Al Heyman is spending other people's money blindlessly and recklessly buying click ads on Facebook and Yahoo and trying to convince everybody that this is special boxing, at the end of the day, give me Klitschko, because you know what? At least Klitschko goes to the ring and does exactly what he's supposed to do. Beat the crap out of his guys in a one-sided, lopsided, one-jab performance. I expect that. When I see the PBC and you hype me up that these are going to be competitive matches against guys that are the tops in their field, you should be excited to see boxing at 1 o'clock on NBC in the afternoon. You know what?
They look good on paper. That's the problem.
When I go to a parking lot, okay, here's an example. I go to the D 2 weeks ago. I'm watching better fights in the parking lot of the D Hotel than I've seen on the PBC. 3 back-to-back fights, and nobody believes me. Go on CBS Sportsnet and find that Las Vegas fight card. I'm telling you, those 3 fights were extremely compelling, and they were all nobodies. It was just good matchmaking. The PBC doesn't give a crap about the matchmaking.
Is definitely missing, Lee.
It sucks. Who's the booker? Who is the guy booking this? Who is the matchmaker for these car crashes?
Thurman versus Luis Collazo.
It's a joke. It should be Thurman in a lopsided battle, but here's what's going to happen. Collazo's going to win 4 out of 8 rounds, and he's going to cry that he won the fight, just like Algieri, right? And we're going to have the same bullshit. This is bullshit. The PBC is bullshit. I'm seeing right through it, and I'm calling it. The PBC is a tax dodge. It's for some big group of money to lose money on. That's it. This is a tax write-off for some kind of trust.
Hey,
the
look,
PBC is a tax write-off for a trust. This is today's episode. The PBC is a tax dodge.
Khan versus Algieri was on a Friday night. They went up against no NBA basketball playoffs. They went up against no NCAA, no NHL. Baseball was going on, Lee, but it's not in the playoffs. They only drew – their peak was at 1.1 million. Their average was at 772,000. That is not, in my opinion, that is not numbers that calls for Floyd Mayweather. I thought Amir Khan should have done better than that. If you look at all of Amir Khan's numbers on social media, his social media numbers do better than what his views did on Friday night. Up against a relatively known opponent, too. Algieri has the win versus Provodnikov and the lopsided loss versus Pacquiao. So the boxing world knew who Chris Algieri was going in that ring, and these numbers still don't really stand out. And just to give you an example of how these numbers compared to some of their other PBC spike matches, Josito Lopez and Andre Berto did 869 views, and Badu Jack versus Anthony Durrell did 569 views. So, you know, Josito Lopez, Andre Berto, they have just as much as an argument to be fighting Floyd as Amir Khan does if you look at these numbers.
Amen.
Yeah.
You know, I want to fight big names, you know. I don't want to fight Cal Brook. You know, I want Floyd Mayweather. You know, I deserve it. I put on
Well, okay, Amir. Here's my question, Amir. Why are you being a pussy and not fighting Cal Brooks?
Pussy.
That's the word.
That's Leo Santa Cruz like pussy too, Amir.
Because here's the thing. We all know, Amir, and again, I appreciate you joining the show.
You just called in.
Yeah, that was really nice. Ring, ring. Amir, first and foremost, I think it's fantastic you want to fight Floyd and make your, couple $1 million, because Floyd doesn't really hurt anybody in the ring. So is it you're afraid of getting hurt by Kell and not getting paid, or getting paid and not getting hurt fighting Floyd in a fight you're not going to win? Well, you're not going to win either one of them, obviously. So you want to take the fight where you will get hurt less, which is Floyd, and make the most money. I mean, that's honestly the correct answer, right?
Well, listen, Lee, don't kick me and my tallywhacker. I get hurt every time I get in the ring. Every time, so I'm not really worried about it. I just want to get paid.
Lee, that is true. Amir Khan has been dropped 8 times in his career, knocked out once, and he still has never fought in a pound-for-pound champ. So that is true what he's saying.
I mean, if you really think about it, I really want to get paid. Last year I wanted to fight Floyd Mayweather, but my religion got in the way. But somehow this year, my religion is not getting in the way, and it's going to be around the same date.
Amir, I got to be honest. You're so painful to watch that I've been sober for close to 30 years, and I almost started drinking because of you again.
What went through your head when Algieri landed the punch that almost dropped you in the first round of the fight?
Well, Mr. Lapichet, it's pretty fucking obvious. His fucking fist went through my fucking head. Have you seen how small my head is? I mean, I have 2 heads probably about the same size, and his fist went right through my head, and I got hurt, just like I get hurt every time I fight somebody that's somebody. That's what I do. I get hurt.
Yeah, no, I think you're the most overrated fighter of this era. I'm going to put it out there.
You know what? And that's something to be proud of, Amir.
That is.
Being the most...
Well, I'm a champion.
Overhyped guy ever.
What about Victor Ortíz?
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll kick you in your tallywhacker right there, huh? He got a fight with Floyd Mayweather. Why can't I?
Yeah, that I don't have much of a response to that.
Yeah, but he had a Fight of the Year candidate with Andre Berto. That's why. You did not have a Fight of the Year candidate with
Why didn't you stop Chris Algieri? I'm still trying to work that out.
It's a bloody war on Friday. Not on Saturday. They didn't let me go on Saturday. But on Friday, a war to put on show because I'm ready. I let him do that to me.
Oh, he's taking the Triple G route, Lee.
I stuck my head out there. So
I even heard you say you were injured. Were you making fun of Pacquiao, or were you really injured?
Andrew, my jaw has been injured ever since I put on the gloves. I have no jaw and no chin, but I want to get paid. And by the way, Carl Brook, I'm scared of you.
Yeah, he is.
I am scared of you.
80,000 would watch you get flattened. That's what he's scared of.
Period. Don't call my name. Don't call me out. I'm not coming. I'm not coming. I'll change my number. I've changed my email address. Don't call my manager. I'm fucking scared of you. I want to get
Amir
paid.
Khan, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm speechless, Amir. At least you're honest.
Yep. Telling it like it is. Hey, so do you even believe?
Although I think that thing you do with the bottle, which every boxer I've ever met can do, looked really good on TV.
Yeah. Well, hey, I have to do some type of tricks, but I still haven't figured out my chin.
Have you thought about like America's Got Talent? Because you have no boxing talent.
I have some talent.
I'm going to tell you right now, I think we've went past the chin. I think Amir Khan has a loose brain. I'm sorry. There's never been a fighter like this that you actually, when he gets hurt, you see his legs just leave from under him almost every time he's hit.
Have you ever seen anybody get knocked the bloody fuck out like I did against Garcia?
No, I seen it against
That is pound for pound right there.
Yeah.
I fight nothing but elite fighters. I deserve my shot.
I think you should have a CAT scan before your next fight. Just a little advice.
Or a psychological exam. Either one is fine. Because I'm convinced. Has anybody told you that you might be a narcissist with sociopathic tendencies? Because your interviews make me believe, as somebody who studies psychology, you're delusional.
I can't bloody spell illusional. All I know is I need to get paid. Period. I'm an elite fighter. I fight on Fridays, Lee.